Welcome back to Whelen Software Walkthroughs and How-Tos. Today we're going to talk about the available macros in the Carbide software. A macro is a predefined function that will let you accomplish a specific programming task. We use macros in the Carbide software to program conditional operations. To see the list of available macros, we'll need to right-click on a button or input. The macro list will change depending on the button or input you right-click on, giving you a variety of options. When right-clicking on one of the standard 18 push buttons, you get a standard macro list letting you reassign the existing buttons on the control head. For example, if we wish for switch 9 to become our whale button, we would right-click on switch 9 and we would select whale from the macro list. We can now see that switch 9 has become our whale button. If we were to assign the backlight intensity macro to a button, it automatically sets the button up to have 3 presses. Press 1 would set the backlighting to a low intensity setting. Press 2 would set the backlighting to a medium intensity setting, and press 3 would set the backlighting to a high intensity setting. Press the button once more and backlighting turns off. If we were to assign the multi-state flood macro to a button, it sets the button up with 2 presses. The multi-state flood macro is designed for duo color light bars, the second color being white. The first press turns on our primary takedowns. The second press keeps our primary takedowns on, but turns on the white modules in the front of the light bar, flooding the scene. If we were to right-click on our Traffic Advisor buttons, we'd get a Traffic Advisor specific macro list, letting you customize your Traffic Advisor operations. When right-clicking on the inputs, you'll see a list of available macros for that input. If you select the Park Kill macro, the input is set up so that anytime a good 12-volt or ground signal is applied to the input, all the siren functions will automatically be turned off. If we select the Park Kill with Pattern Override macro, it sets the input up so that anytime a good 12-volt or ground signal is applied to the input, the light bar in the front and rear RTX weak-hand inner edge automatically change their flash pattern to single flash 60. The input also turns off all siren functions. If we change our light bar or make changes to our accessories, we'll need to reapply the Park Kill with Pattern Override macro to reapply the flash pattern settings. We cannot change the flash pattern from single flash 60 to any other flash pattern. We can, however, change the phase and the delay. We can also set the flash pattern to off, or we can remove the flash pattern from the selected modules altogether. We can make the same selections for the front and rear RTX weak-hand inner edges. If we right-click on Input 5, we see that we can see the Virtual Slide 1 macro. When active, this input will activate any programming that is programmed on slide switch 1. On input 6 we get access to the Virtual Slide 2 macro, and when active this will activate any programming on slide switch 2. And on input 7 we get access to the Virtual Slide 3 macro, and when this input is active it will activate any programming on slide switch 3. The virtual slide switches are designed to be used with steering wheel switches provided by the vehicle manufacturer. Please stay tuned for our next episode. Thanks for watching.